Do you hear me? I'm talking to you across the water.
Come in, Miss Gilly.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'm Miss Glover.
Hi.
Thank you for your interest in your university.
Thank you so much for your consideration. Here's my application. It has all of my credentials on it and everything, so just want to look at
Wow,
that.
you have some really good credentials and things. Really good classes you took and high GPAs and service hours. But my problem is we can't allow you in this university.
Why not?
It's the problem of your race.
My race?
Yes.
So you're not gonna let me in?
No.
But I mean, this is where I want to go to law school. This is the best law school around.
But I'm sorry, we just don't allow people with your race into this university.
This is just completely unfair. I'm gonna have to take this to court.
Well, then take it to court, because at this university, University of Texas, we will not allow that. And here's your application back. We can fix the problem at this university, so I think the best thing is if we maybe make our own university for this problem of race. And you asked about materials. They'll have adequate materials and resources. I'm not saying maybe the same as everybody else, but they'll have pretty good stuff. I mean, they can get, their classwork done. That's all that matters, really. And I think someplace in Houston might be the best place for it.
Across the deep blue ocean.
Why have you brought this case before the court today?
I brought the case before the court today because University of Texas would not allow me into their law school, and I don't think that is a fair decision, so I'm contesting it here.
In defense of her argument, we have built a university for these people of this race. You see, we built one in Houston just for them.
Yes, but the university in Houston is not the same as the one in Austin. It doesn't have as many resources, so not as many professors, not as many books in the library. So it's not an equal institution. So
it is an equal institution because it's a small university, and so of course you're gonna have less materials, but it's just adequate enough to get the job done. It's proportionally right professor-student ratio, and so what's the case here really?
Well, but it's really not equal because the university in Houston is isolated from everything that's going on in Austin. So I'm not getting the same amount of interaction with my peers. I'm not getting as much practice in my profession. So I'm not getting as good of a degree and as good of an education as the people at the University of Texas Law School are. So it is not equal.
The court rules in the favor of the plaintiff. The two schools are not provide an equal education and therefore do not fit the court standard.
Oh my, baby, I'm trying.
This case was brought before the court in 1950. In this case, the plaintiff was an African-American man named Sweatt, applied to the University of Texas Law School, but was denied admission because of his race. Sweatt challenging this in court, but during the case, the state created a law school specifically for African Americans, the Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Houston. Because of this, the case became a challenge to the separate but equal ruling decided in Tennessee vs. Thurgood in 1896.
President of the University of Texas Painter was the defendant. He won the case at the state level, but the court ruled that the Thurgood Marshall School had privileges, advantages, and opportunities for the study of law, substantially equivalent to those offered by the state to white students at the University of Texas. The University of Texas Law School had 850 students, while the other law schools had only 23, so the inequality in resources. The University of Texas had almost 4 times the amount of professors and books as the Marshall School, was justifiably due to the differences in the size of the student body, around 34 to 1.
The Supreme Court overturned this decision due to the fact that there were intangible factors such as the isolation of the Marshall students from their future colleagues, and that this factored into the standard of substantive equality, making their school unequal and therefore not in compliance with the separate but equal standard.
To an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, feel the air. I'll put a flower